Once upon a time, in the sprawling city of Lagos, there lived a successful young man named Adam. He had everything a man could desire: financial stability, a great career, and the admiration of many. But despite all his achievements, Adam felt an emptiness that he couldn't ignore. Every night he would find himself searching for temporary companionship, driven by a strong desire for sex. It had become a habit, something he couldn't resist, as he never liked spending a night alone. Though he worked tirelessly and was proud of his accomplishments, this part of his life troubled him deeply. Adam wanted more than just fleeting moments of pleasure. He longed for a connection, something real, something that could fill the void inside him. Although his friends suggested that he settle down and start a family, Adam had reservations. He dreamed of marrying a virgin, but believed it was nearly impossible to find one in the city where he lived. He noticed that many people around him were involved in activities like prostitution and casual hookups. On the other side of the city, in a small village called Badai, there lived 3 poor orphaned sisters named Chloe, Sophie, and Olivia. They struggled to navigate through life, and life was very hard for them. They were strikingly similar sisters who had been orphaned and relied on each other for support. Chloe and Sophie, the twins, were 26 years old, and Olivia was just 24. Despite their bond, their paths in life were very different. Chloe, the eldest twin, worked a modest job as a clerk in the city. Sophie, her twin, managed their small home, and Olivia, the youngest, was still looking for work. They barely made ends meet on Chloe's small salary. One day, Sophie suddenly collapsed. At the hospital, they were told she had a severe heart condition that required urgent, expensive surgery to save her life. A desperate Olivia pleaded with Chloe to ask for a loan from her clerk's office, but Chloe flatly refused. She was afraid of jeopardizing her job and reputation, and told Olivia that she had to find the money some other way. This made Olivia feel like Chloe was letting them down. With Sophie's life on the line and the hospital demanding a deposit, Olivia felt she had no choice. She decided to do the unthinkable to save her sister. She found some of Chloe's old, revealing clothes that she no longer wore to her office job. Reluctantly, Olivia put them on. Dressed in these clothes, Olivia stood by the roadside. While she stood there, an expensive car pulled up in front of her, and it was Adam. He asked her how much for a night, and Olivia, feeling bitter and ashamed, reluctantly named the price. Then he invited her to get into the car. Inside the car, Adam began to touch Olivia's legs, complimenting her beauty. Despite her irritation, she tried to smile, though her true feelings were evident in her expression. When they arrived at the hotel, Olivia felt very nervous. Adam suggested they go to a club to have fun before heading to the room, but Olivia didn't agree. However, Adam promised to pay her more money, so she reluctantly accepted. In the club, Adam offered Olivia a drink, but she refused because she doesn't drink and doesn't know much about these kinds of places. Adam insisted. And eventually, Olivia felt pressured to drink. Olivia's main reason for being there in the first place was to get money for her sister's medicine. Adam noticed Olivia's hesitant and timid behavior and assumed she was new to this kind of work. Olivia became very drunk that night and couldn't function properly. Seeing this, Adam decided to take her to the room he had arranged for himself and her. He gently placed her on the bed and then left to freshen up. Adam entered the room and tried to wake Olivia up, but she wasn't responding well due to being heavily intoxicated. He then proceeded to undress both himself and her. Olivia, in her intoxicated state, managed to protest against Adam's advances, telling him she was a virgin. However, Adam dismissed her words, thinking she was just talking because she was drunk. He continued trying to be intimate with her, but Olivia kept repeating that she was a virgin. Olivia cried out, "I'm not a prostitute. I just needed this money so my sister won't send me away from her house." Frustrated, Adam insisted she stop talking and eventually raised his voice, telling her that her payment was on the table and to be quiet. Olivia finally complied, and Adam proceeded with his actions despite her continued objections. Adam had never kissed the street girls before. He just went directly inside them without any type of romance. But this time, he felt like kissing Olivia. He felt she was special and admired her beautiful face. He kissed and romanced Olivia, Then he went inside her, though while wearing protection. It was his first time enjoying sex. Her body was tight, not loose like other girls he had been with before. He enjoyed himself before they both slept off. Adam woke up in the morning, expecting to see Olivia beside him, but she wasn't there. Confused, he looked around the room, but Olivia was nowhere to be found. As Adam got out of bed, he noticed blood everywhere, in the sheets, on his body, and around the room. Shocked and alarmed, he realized the significance of the stains and what had likely occurred during the night. Despite his initial admiration for Olivia, Adam felt terrible because he realized Olivia was telling the truth about being a virgin. He regretted taking her virginity for money. As he walked to the bathroom, he saw Olivia's necklace she had left behind. Adam felt really bad about what happened with Olivia. He knew he had to find her and apologize, so he quickly got dressed and left the hotel to look for her. Meanwhile, Olivia woke up feeling confused and ashamed. She left the hotel in a hurry, not wanting to see Adam or anyone else from that night again. Feeling really down, Olivia went home. She gave the money Adam had left to her sister Chloe to buy medicine for Sophie. Chloe took the money without asking questions, happy to have it, even though her sister's face showed she was hurting. Olivia hissed in pain as she walked slowly, feeling discomfort from her encounter with Adam. She went into the bathroom to take a bath. Seeing her sister's discomfort, Chloe just scoffed and told her she'd get used to it if she kept doing that kind of work. From the bathroom, Olivia rejected Chloe's suggestion firmly, saying she would never do it again. She cried in the shower, feeling cheap and ashamed of what happened the previous night. Meanwhile, Adam ran to the streets with the necklace, hoping to find Olivia, but his search was unsuccessful. So he decided to go back home and get ready for work. At work, Adam couldn't shake off the memory of Olivia pleading with him, saying she just needed money. The guilt weighed heavily on him, making him restless throughout the day. After work, he hurried to the spot where he had picked Olivia up, hoping to find her there, but she wasn't to be seen. Desperate to find her, Adam described Olivia to other girls working in the area, but none of them knew her. Adam realized he didn't know Olivia's name, phone number, or even where she lived. The only clue he had was the necklace she had left behind in the hotel room. For 2 whole weeks, Adam searched for Olivia, and it was the hardest time he'd ever faced in his lifetime. Even though he usually couldn't go a night without being with a woman, he managed to stay away from that for 2 weeks. Olivia's beauty, her clear skin, and her innocence stuck in Adam's mind. After his unsuccessful efforts to find Olivia, Adam decided to return to his normal routine. One evening, coming back from work, he picked up another street girl and took her to a hotel. But as soon as she tried to get close to him, it was like he was seeing Olivia, and he smiled. But when the new girl touched him, he realized she was different, and he felt really irritated. This reaction was really unlike Adam. As Olivia's image clouded his mind, he offered the street girl money to go home and decided to hang out with his friends instead. While Adam was with his friends, he felt down but couldn't bring himself to admit that he was in love with a girl he met on the streets. He knew his friends would tease him about it. One of his friends, Leo, noticed Adam's mood and tried to cheer him up. When Leo showed him a photo of a beautiful girl on Facebook, Adam wasn't interested at first, but Leo insisted. When Adam looked at the photo, he saw Chloe. She looked strikingly similar to the girl he met. He asked Leo to send him the screenshot of Chloe's profile. Later, when Adam was home, he checked Chloe's profile. She looked exactly like the girl he'd been looking for. He felt like he had finally found her. Since Chloe's phone number was on her profile, Adam decided to take note of it. He tried calling Chloe, but she couldn't answer the call. Adam decided he would try calling her again the next day when he went to work. The next day at work, Adam called Chloe again, and she finally picked up. "Hello?" Chloe answered. "Hi, it's Adam," he said. I'm really sorry about what happened the other night. I feel very terrible about it. I took your virginity just for money. I want to see you again and give you back the necklace you left behind." Chloe, at her clerk's desk, was confused for a moment. "My virginity? What necklace?" But then it clicked. He must have met Olivia. He saw her profile, thinks she's me, and he sounds rich. Realizing the opportunity, she cleverly played along. "Oh, that night, yes, I was desperate. I'm so embarrassed." She asked Adam how he got her number, and he explained he found it on Facebook. They agreed to meet at the mall. At the mall, Adam and Chloe met up. He apologized again and gave her the necklace. "You left this," he said. Chloe took it without flinching. He then urged her not to go back to the streets, and Chloe, the clerk, spun a lie. "My aunt will send me out of the house if I don't make money," Chloe replied. "I have nowhere else to go or stay." In response, Adam offered her enough money to find accommodation and start a business so she wouldn't have to return to the streets. Grateful, Chloe accepted, and Adam gave her a check for a large amount of money before they said their goodbyes. When Adam got home, he felt a difference in his connection with Chloe compared to Olivia, but he brushed it off. He couldn't shake the feeling that Chloe seemed more exposed. After thinking it over, he assumed it was because they hadn't seen each other in a long time. Chloe went home feeling incredibly excited. "I've hit the jackpot," she said to herself. "Not only will I not have to leave here, but I'll also be able to get a shop and have a handsome and wealthy guy like Adam." Chloe was on top of the world. A few days later, she started packing her things in the house. When Olivia asked where she was going, Chloe replied aggressively, "I'm finding my own way. I can't keep staying in this dirty place." She refused to share any details, abandoning both Olivia and the now recovering Sophie. Chloe moved to a new house out of the village and started a big clothing and jewelry business. Adam continued to communicate with Chloe over the phone, and he was happy to hear that she was doing well. However, he still felt like something was missing. Adam decided to take Chloe to his house and show her where he lived, and to her surprise, he lived alone. Chloe's eyes widened, and she smiled to herself, realizing that her life had changed for the better. Adam continued to support Chloe financially so that she wouldn't lack anything at all. One day, Adam arrived at work to find his office in a mess. He called his secretary to inquire why the cleaner hadn't shown up, only to learn that the cleaner had stopped coming. The secretary had quickly tidied up the office herself. Adam instructed her to put up a notice outside the office for the position of a cleaner. Meanwhile, Olivia had been searching for a job outside of her village, near the city, because it was difficult for her to make ends meet since Chloe had left her and Sophie. When she saw the signboard advertising the cleaner position at Adam's office, she wasted no time and applied for the job. The secretary asked her to start work the next day. Olivia resumed work late the next day and quickly began sweeping the office. When Adam entered and saw his dusty table, he instructed his secretary to call the new cleaner to clean his table and mop the floor, which she did. As Adam turned to make a phone call, Olivia entered the office to clean the table and chairs. In the process, she accidentally knocked over a file, causing both of them to bend down to pick it up. Their heads collided, and when they looked at each other, they recognized each other. Shocked to see Adam, Olivia tried to run from the office, but Adam stopped her by holding her waist from behind. Mia apologized, saying she was sorry for being late. Adam saw the innocence on her face, the same innocence he had seen the night they had met. Feeling a deep connection as he touched her, Adam was confused. "Why are you here?" "I opened a big shop for you." Olivia simply replied, "I'm sorry, sir. A shop? Please let me go." While Adam demanded answers, Chloe called him. They talked while Olivia was in front of him. "I'll see you tonight, darling," he finished, then hung up. After the call, Adam looked shocked. He looked at the cleaner, then back at his phone. "Who are you?" he asked. Olivia, shivering with fear, pleaded with him to let her go. Adam assured her that he wouldn't hurt her and persuaded her to sit down. "Do you have a sister?" he asked. Olivia replied that she had 2 elder sisters, Chloe and Sophie, who looked very similar to her. Still shocked, Adam asked for her name, and she replied, "Olivia." Adam then showed her the Facebook photo Leo had sent him. This is Chloe. This is who I've been meeting. I thought she was you. I gave her the money. I gave her the necklace you left at the hotel." Olivia looked at the photo and tears welled up. "My necklace, she took it from you? She pretended to be me?" Adam finally understood. He looked at Olivia, truly seeing her for the first time since that night. He apologized sincerely for hurting her, and explained that he had been searching for her ever since. He acknowledged that he had made a mistake by taking her virginity, and an even bigger one by mistaking her for her sister. He asked Olivia to give him a chance to make things right. Olivia insisted that he hadn't done anything wrong because he had paid for the services, but Adam continued to plead for her forgiveness. He then asked for her phone number, but Olivia didn't have a phone. When he requested her address, she explained that the place didn't have an address. Despite their conversation, Olivia expressed her desire to continue her work because she had other offices to clean. Adam picked up the rug and threw it away, telling Olivia that she wouldn't work as a cleaner anymore. He then took her out to buy a phone and accompanied her back home. When they arrived, Adam noticed photos of Olivia and Chloe on the wall and the poor condition of the room. As he was going through the photos, the landlord arrived to throw Olivia's belongings out of the house because she owed rent for almost 5 months. Chloe had taken all the money. Despite Adam's attempt to reason with the landlord, he refused to listen. In response, Adam gathered Olivia's belongings and took her to his own home. Olivia had mixed emotions when she moved in with Adam. She was grateful for his help, but it also felt a little too much to handle. Adam really wanted to assist Olivia however he could. He noticed that Olivia seemed uncomfortable staying there for even just a day, so he decided to find her a better place to stay. He called his lawyer to help arrange for the house. While Adam was talking to his lawyer, Olivia walked in unexpectedly. Adam quickly ended the call and told the lawyer he would call back. Curious, Olivia asked why Adam was doing so much for her when she had nothing to offer in return. Adam reassured her that he didn't expect anything in return and just wanted her to relax. But Olivia, feeling uncertain, suggested that if Adam brought her here just to be intimate with her, then she couldn't stay. Adam responded firmly, saying he called his lawyer to find her a better place for accommodation. He confessed his feelings for Olivia, saying that he liked her a lot and was even in love with her. However, he emphasized that he wouldn't force her to accept his feelings. Instead, he promised to assist her regardless of their relationship status. The next day, Adam and Olivia went to see different apartments. Adam said he would pay for whichever one Olivia liked best. They visited a few places, but Olivia didn't like any of them. Even though the apartments they saw were all nice and costly, Olivia felt like she could trust Adam. She felt safe around him and started thinking about staying with him in his house. Adam and Olivia went back to his house. He promised that he would go apartment hunting again the next day so she could choose one she liked. But Olivia surprised him by saying she wanted to stay in the house. She asked him to promise not to be physical with her. Adam smiled with excitement and said, "I'm grateful you trust me. I won't come close unless you want me to." Olivia smiled and replied, "So you still want to get close? With my consent?" Adam responded sarcastically, saying, "Yes, because I love you so much. You changed me. Since that day we met in the hotel, I stopped womanizing. I couldn't go a day without touching a woman, but you indirectly and directly turned me away from all women." Adam was curious about Olivia's background, so he asked her to share more about herself. He wanted to know where she grew up, about her family, and what happened that made her end up on the streets that day. Olivia shared with Adam that both her parents had passed away a while back, leaving her with her 2 elder sisters. Life in their village was tough. Chloe worked hard as a clerk, but it wasn't enough. On the day Olivia ended up on the streets, her sister Sophie was terribly sick. She felt pressured to go out and hustle to make ends meet after Chloe refused to help. With nowhere else to turn, Olivia had no choice but to go to the street. As Olivia recounted her story, tears welled up in her eyes. Adam felt a wave of empathy for her and pulled her into a comforting embrace. As she cried while sharing her difficult experience, Olivia also asked Adam why he was womanizing. He explained that many women were interested in him because of his money, and some even deceived him. Since then, he felt that instead of being with women who were only interested in his wealth, it would be better to pick girls from the streets. He believed that they might be more genuine and not after his money. Olivia comforted Adam, and they shared a comforting hug. Meanwhile, it had been a week since Chloe had been trying to reach Adam, but he refused to answer her calls because he now knew she was an imposter. Despite his avoidance, Chloe decided to pay him a visit at his house. Olivia and Adam had become good friends after their heart-to-heart talk. Olivia felt safer with him, and he appreciated her trust. One day, while they were relaxing at Adam's house, there was a knock on the door. Adam went to answer it, and to Olivia's surprise, it was Chloe. Chloe looked shocked to see Olivia in Adam's house. She looked at Olivia suspiciously. "Why are you here?" she asked sharply. Olivia felt scared. "I am staying with Adam," she said quietly. Chloe softened a little but still seemed angry. "Why?" she asked. Olivia glanced at Adam for help. "Adam is helping me find a place to stay," she explained. "I didn't have anywhere else to go." Chloe seemed a bit calmer. Then she turned to Adam, looking angry again. "Why did you bring her here? And why haven't you answered my calls?" she demanded. "I'm helping Olivia," he said, his voice cold. "She's the one who needed a place to stay after you abandoned her." Adam, with a serious look, said, "I know you pretended to be her. I know you lied to me, Chloe. You are a deceitful person." "I was looking for her," he said, motioning to Olivia. "The girl I met that night was innocent and desperate. You are not her." Olivia furrowed her brows in confusion. "Pretending to be me?" she asked, puzzled. Adam explained how Chloe had taken the money and the necklace. "I gave you all that money thinking you were her, thinking I was helping her. I never felt anything for you, Chloe. I was only trying to right a wrong. Now I know the truth. You need to leave." Before Olivia could fully understand, Chloe, enraged, tried to pull her away. You think you can just take him?" she shrieked, her jealousy boiling over. "Why does her sister get the billionaire while she is stuck with nothing?" But Olivia refused, and Adam stepped in to protect her. "Leave her alone, Chloe," Adam said firmly. "Get out of my house." Chloe glared at Olivia, threatening to deal with her later before storming out of the house, feeling furious that Olivia might take Adam away from her. When Chloe got home, she decided to visit her uncles and aunts in the village to seek their help in evicting Olivia from Adam's house. So she journeyed to the village and lied to her relatives, who had never helped her or Olivia before, to come and take Olivia away from Adam. They all agreed and arrived in the city, and Chloe took them to Adam's house. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. Olivia opened the door and welcomed them in. The aunts and uncles entered the house, knowing Adam must be a very rich man, so they wanted to strike a deal that would benefit them, not Chloe. The aunts and uncles spoke amongst themselves and agreed to wait for Adam to return. However, Chloe was impatient and wanted them to forcefully remove Olivia from the house. But because of their own selfish interests, they realized that if they took Olivia out and Adam returned without seeing her, he might file a police report against them. Olivia decided to call Adam to come home due to an emergency, and he rushed home, only to find a lot of strangers in his house. He greeted them, and they introduced themselves as Olivia's paternal relatives. They told Adam they came to take Olivia away because it was against their tradition for a girl to stay in the same house with a man who wasn't her husband. Adam replied, "I'm sorry about breaking your tradition, but I would really love to marry Olivia." When Chloe heard this, she got very angry. The uncles and aunts replied to Adam, "Now you are talking." They invited Adam to their village to get the list for marriage arrangements. Chloe told her uncles and aunts that this wasn't the reason she invited them. She invited them to evict Olivia from the house, but now they were arranging a marriage. Adam promised Olivia's family that he would come to their village in 3 days to take the list and make necessary arrangements. Olivia's paternal family was happy, and he gave them a large sum of money to cover their transportation expenses home. This made Chloe very angry and furious because her plans had backfired on her. After Chloe and her relatives left Adam's house, Olivia confronted him about why he had promised to go to her village and take the marriage list without asking for her consent first. Adam replied, "That's the best thing I could think of." Olivia became angry and stormed out of the sitting room after a heated argument with Adam. Adam went to her room to talk to her, expressing his deep feelings and desire to be her husband. He pleaded with her, telling her that he loved her and promised never to hurt her again. But Olivia refused, and Adam, feeling defeated, thought that he would return to his old ways. He left her room, but Olivia ran after him and held him from behind, telling him not to go. She confessed that she really liked him too and had grown to love him. Finally, she agreed to marry him. Hearing Olivia's words made Adam incredibly happy. He hugged her tightly and kissed her forehead. Meanwhile, Chloe was at home worrying about what to do next since her plan had failed. She couldn't let Olivia have such a rich man to herself, so she began plotting her next move. Chloe decided to call Olivia on the phone to let her know that Adam was hiding a very big secret from her. Olivia demanded to know, but Chloe said she'd give her the whole details later. This information really got Olivia worried. Olivia and Adam planned to visit her hometown to get the marriage list. Even though Olivia was worried, Adam took her to meet his uncle first and other family members. Olivia liked spending time with Adam's family. They also welcomed her as well. When they started their journey to Olivia's hometown, she couldn't stop worrying. She tried to be happy, but the fear stayed with her. Adam tried to cheer her up, but she felt scared. One day, while Olivia was out, Chloe called again. Her voice this time was very serious, and Olivia knew something was wrong. Chloe told her that Adam was hiding something big from her. He had HIV. Olivia felt shocked and sad hearing this information, not knowing Adam had kept this from her. She knew she had to talk to him and find out the truth. She couldn't believe it without hearing Adam's side of the story. Once she got home, she hurried to Adam's room to talk to him. But as she approached, she overheard him talking on the phone. He sounded very urgent, saying he needed medicine because he was very sick. Olivia's heart sank as she listened in shock. She felt like Chloe's words had been confirmed, and she believed Adam did really have HIV, just like Chloe said. Feeling betrayed and hurt, she quietly retreated to her room, tears streaming down her face. She couldn't believe that Adam had kept such a big secret from her, especially after knowing he was sick. She felt like she had been kept in the dark, and the realization left her feeling broken and alone. Meanwhile, the medicine Adam urgently needed was actually for his uncle, who was too unwell to accompany them for the marriage arrangements. Adam worried about his uncle's health, explaining the urgency to the pharmacist, asking for the medicine as quickly as possible. However, Olivia overheard only part of the conversation and misunderstood everything. She assumed Adam was referring to himself as being sick and urgently needing medicine. This misunderstanding deepened her belief that Adam had been hiding his HIV status from her. Feeling hurt and betrayed, she couldn't bring herself to confront him about what she heard. She struggled with the weight of her emotions, torn between her love for him and the fear of what his secret might mean for their future. Olivia called Chloe and told her that Adam really did have the virus. Even though Chloe knew it wasn't true, she acted like she believed Olivia. Chloe told her to leave the house right away because she was worried Adam might give her the virus. Feeling scared and confused, Olivia agreed to leave that night. She promised to meet Chloe outside, and they would run away together. Olivia felt torn between her love for Adam and her fear for her own safety. She knew leaving Adam would be hard, but she was also afraid of what might happen if they stayed. Throughout the day, Olivia acted distant and uneasy around Adam. He noticed her strange behavior and asked her what was wrong, but Olivia brushed it off and didn't say anything. As night fell, Olivia quietly packed some of her belongings and headed towards the door, intending to leave without Adam noticing. However, unknown to her, Adam was outside making phone calls. Just as Olivia reached the door, Adam called out her name, startling her. He asked her where she was going with her bags at this late hour. Olivia felt shocked and caught off guard, but she knew she couldn't hide the truth from Adam any longer. With a heavy heart, Olivia decided to confront him. She told him that she couldn't marry him because he had lied to her and kept something very important. She accused him of having HIV and not telling her about it, despite their plans for marriage. "Olivia, where did you hear that from?" said Adam. "Why didn't you just ask me instead of leaving like this?" Olivia replied, "Chloe told me. When I came to your room to ask you, I knew _story heard you urgently asking for medicine on the phone, saying you were very sick." Adam laughed. "That medicine was for my uncle. I only told the pharmacy that so they could bring it quickly, so that my uncle could get well and join us for wedding. You trust Chloe more than me. It's fine. You can go if you believe I've been keeping things from you. Just leave. I don't want to be with someone who doesn't trust me. I've shown you how much I care and love you, but you've taken me for granted." Olivia felt the sincerity and hurt in Adam's voice, realizing she needed to apologize. She tried to enter Adam's room, but then Chloe called. Olivia ignored the call and tried to turn off her phone. She went to Adam's room to ask for forgiveness, but he told her to leave or he would leave instead. Olivia approached him and held him from behind romantically, but Adam remained upset. Olivia turned Adam around and hugged him, apologizing and promising that the incident won't happen again. She kissed his forehead and reassured him. Adam responded, saying a mere kiss on the forehead wasn't enough. He needed more to forgive her. Olivia, feeling shy, asked, "What more do you want?" Adam held her cheeks and said, "I just want you to love me and trust me." Olivia thought Adam was going to talk about intimacy, but he actually said the opposite. Adam assured her, "I won't force you. If you want us to be intimate, it will be with your consent." Olivia grinned mischievously and said, "I give my consent, but you have to catch me first." With that, she dashed out of the room and Adam ran after her. They played a game of hide and seek, and laughter filled the air as they chased each other around the house. After a while, they both grew tired from the playful pursuit and sat down on the couch in the sitting room. Adam and Olivia sat close together on the couch, holding hands, feeling a rush of affection. Olivia leaned in and kissed Adam softly. He responded with equal warmth, their lips meeting in a gentle embrace. Encouraged by her boldness, Olivia guided Adam's hand to her cheek, relishing the touch. Adam, drawn to her longing gaze, drew nearer, his kisses becoming more intense. Each kiss deepened their connection. Olivia's heart raced as Adam's hand explored her body tenderly, sending shivers down her spine. With whispered words of love, Olivia led Adam to the bedroom. Their movements filled with passion and closeness as they gave in to their desires. Their lovemaking became a beautiful expression of their love and affection, each moment affirming their bond. Meanwhile, Chloe grew tired of waiting for Olivia outside Adam's compound. Feeling frustrated and impatient, she decided to leave. Adam woke up very early that day and made something special for Olivia. He decided to make breakfast for her. He went to the kitchen and found some eggs, bread, and fruits. He made scrambled eggs and toast. He also cut some fruits to put on the side. After preparing the breakfast, he carried it carefully to his room. He wanted to surprise her with breakfast in bed. Olivia was still asleep when he entered the room. Adam gently woke her up and presented the breakfast to her. She was very surprised and delighted by Adam's thoughtful gesture. They enjoyed the breakfast together in bed, starting their day with happiness. After they finished eating, Adam told Olivia that she should rest for a bit. He told her that he would come back later in the afternoon to pick her up. They had plans to go together to select outfits for their upcoming wedding. Adam wanted Olivia to feel refreshed and ready for their outing, so he encouraged her to take some time to relax before their shopping trip. Olivia agreed, feeling grateful for Adam's considerate nature, and settled back into bed for a little while longer. While Adam was on his way to work, he decided to call Chloe and have a serious conversation with her. He wanted her to stay away from Olivia and him, as he sensed some tension building up between them. Chloe responded by saying that the only way she would consider staying away from Olivia was if Adam paid her off. Shocked by Chloe's demand, Adam asked how much money she needed. To his disbelief, Chloe replied that she also wanted to have a one-night stand with him in addition to the money. Adam was appalled and firmly rejected her proposal, telling her she was out of her mind. In a desperate attempt to manipulate Adam, Chloe threatened that if he didn't agree to her terms, he wouldn't be able to marry Olivia. She even went as far as claiming that Adam should be grateful to her. If she hadn't forced Olivia outside that night, he wouldn't have had the chance to see her. Feeling frustrated and angry, Adam couldn't help but express his disappointment in Chloe's behavior. He reminded her that instead of being happy for her sister, she was turning herself into a villain by trying to control their lives in such a manipulative way. Adam let out a sigh, hissed, and ended the call. Chloe called Adam back. This time she changed her mind and didn't just want a one-night stand with him anymore. Instead, she wanted Adam to make her pregnant and give her money so she could leave. Chloe said no one would marry her because everyone knew about her past on the streets, a lie but one she used. She blamed Olivia for wanting to leave her behind now that she had found someone rich. Chloe threatened to make Adam and Olivia's lives unhappy if he didn't agree. Adam was very angry. He told Chloe to leave him alone and said he wouldn't give her anything. He warned her to stay away from Olivia, then he ended the call. Later that afternoon, Adam arrived to pick up Olivia. They went shopping for things they needed for the wedding. On the day of the wedding, Adam made sure there were security measures in place to prevent anything from going wrong. Despite Chloe's attempts to sabotage the wedding, Adam's security measures thwarted all her plans. The wedding proceeded smoothly, and Adam and Olivia were successfully married. They returned to the city as a happily married couple. Chloe was deeply hurt by Adam marrying Olivia. Fueled by anger, she began to destroy everything in her house. She felt betrayed, thinking, "I sacrifice nothing and Olivia gets everything. Now I have neither a man nor money. It would be better if Adam dies so we could be even." She vowed not to let them be happy, believing that if she had no husband, Olivia shouldn't have one either. With a bitter laugh, she expressed her resentment. Meanwhile, the newlywed couple enjoyed their moments of happiness together as they celebrated their marriage. The following day, Olivia woke up feeling very scared. She had a very bad dream. She dreamed that her husband Adam got killed. She shouted out loud, and Adam woke up too. He asked her what was wrong, and Olivia hugged him tight and said she had a scary dream where he got killed. She didn't want him to go out that day, so she just wanted him to stay with her. Adam hugged her back and told her not to worry. He said it was just a dream and he had to go to work. It had been a month since they got married, and he needed to earn money after spending a lot on the wedding. Even though Olivia didn't want him to go, Adam had to leave. He promised to come back safely. Olivia watched him go, feeling sad but hoping he'd be okay. Adam got into his car and started driving to the office. Along the way, he spotted two men fighting in the middle of the road. He honked his horn, hoping they would stop, but they ignored him. Feeling concerned, Adam decided to step out of his car to intervene and separate them. However, he didn't realize that these men were actually goons hired by Chloe. As Adam approached them, the goons revealed guns hidden in their pockets and threatened to shoot him if he didn't follow them. Terrified, Adam complied and followed them. They led him to a secluded area in the bush. Once they were alone, the goons mercilessly beat Adam up while Chloe watched, laughing at his plight. Adam pleaded with Chloe, begging her to spare his life for Olivia's sake, but Chloe, fueled by anger and resentment, coldly refused. She declared that if she couldn't be happy, then Olivia shouldn't be either. With Adam's pleading for mercy falling on deaf ears, the goons dug a shallow grave and buried him alive. Chloe and the goons then left the bush, leaving Adam trapped and fighting for his life beneath the earth. Two people passing by saw what was happening. They immediately rushed to the grave and started digging Adam out after Chloe and the goons left. They worked quickly, knowing that time was running out. Finally, they managed to free Adam from the makeshift grave and carried him to a nearby hospital as fast as they could. In the hospital, doctors and nurses worked urgently to save Adam's life. They treated his injuries and worked to stabilize him. Despite the severity of his condition, they were determined to do everything they could to ensure that Adam survived. As Adam lay in the hospital bed fighting for his life, Olivia was really worried at home. She couldn't stop thinking about the scary dream she had. She tried calling Adam, but he didn't answer. So she went to his office, but they told her he wasn't there. This made Olivia even more worried. She felt like something bad might have happened to Adam. She decided she had to find out where he was and what was going on. Olivia called Adam's uncle and shared her worries with him, telling him about the scary dream she had. She explained that she couldn't reach Adam because his phones were off, and he wasn't at home or at work either. Adam's uncle tried to calm her down and told her to wait until evening. But as the evening came with no word from Adam, Olivia's anxiety became unbearable. She and Adam's uncle decided to go to the police station to report his disappearance. Meanwhile, Chloe celebrated her victory, knowing that she had caused pain and suffering for Olivia. Olivia couldn't sleep all night because she was worried about her missing husband. She called Chloe to tell her what happened, hoping for some comfort, but Chloe pretended to be sympathetic, even though she was secretly happy that Adam was gone. The next morning, the police told Olivia they found Adam's car on the road, but he wasn't there. This made Olivia even more scared. She cried and blamed herself for not convincing Adam to stay home. Meanwhile, Adam woke up in the hospital after 4 days of being unconscious. When Adam woke up, he immediately thought about Olivia. He was worried if she was okay. He wanted to get up, but the nurse said he needed to rest. So he asked the nurse if he could use her phone to call his uncle. Adam called his uncle and told him everything about what happened to him. He asked his uncle to make sure Olivia was safe. His uncle said Olivia was currently with him at his house. Adam begged his uncle to keep Olivia safe and not let her leave because he thought she might be in danger. He also urged his uncle not to tell anyone where he was until he got better and could go home. After the call, Adam asked the nurse how he ended up in the hospital. The nurse explained that some people had brought him in. They had found him buried alive, but thankfully they had saved him just in time. Adam was grateful and wanted to thank them personally. He asked the nurse if he could meet them, but she said she would let him know if they came around. Adam nodded, relieved to know he had been rescued and eager to express his gratitude to his rescuers. That evening, Chloe called Olivia to ask if there was any news about Adam. Olivia replied that there was no news yet. This made Chloe very happy, but she pretended to be concerned and comforted Olivia. She promised to visit her soon. However, Olivia mentioned that she was staying at her in-laws' place, not at home, in case Chloe wanted to come over. Chloe assured Olivia that she would visit her whenever she returned home. After hanging up the call, Chloe couldn't contain her excitement. Seeing Olivia suffer brought her joy. "You want to enjoy when I did nothing to help you," she muttered to herself. After a month of recovery, Adam returned. He visited his uncle's place secretly at night, and when Olivia saw him, she couldn't contain her joy. It was as if her life had returned to her body. She hugged Adam tightly and asked him why he had left her like that. Adam explained everything that had happened to him, detailing Chloe and her accomplice's actions. Hearing this from Adam, Olivia was shocked that her own sister could do such a thing to her husband. After much talking, she took Adam to her room in her in-laws' house. There, she gave Adam good news. She was expecting their child. This news brought additional joy to Adam's mind. He hugged her close, feeling safe and loved. The next day, Adam, his uncle, and the police went to Chloe's house to capture her. When Chloe saw Adam, she was shocked to see him alive. She asked Adam how he had survived, but he just hissed in response and instructed the police to take her away. Despite her attempts to flee, the police managed to capture her. She then led the police to where her accomplices were hiding. The police apprehended them all. The case was taken to court, and after much deliberation, Chloe and her accomplices were sentenced to life in prison without parole. Justice was served, and Adam could finally rest assured that they would never be able to harm anyone else again. Chloe's regrets came too late, and she realized she was in the wrong place. Despite feeling remorse for her actions, she understood that her regret couldn't undo the harm she had caused. Now, facing the consequences of her choices, she grappled with the weight of her decisions. However, it was a harsh lesson learned too late, and she had to come to terms with the irreversible consequences of her actions. After some months, Olivia welcomed a beautiful, bouncing baby boy who was a carbon copy of his dad. Overjoyed by their new addition to the family, Adam couldn't help but appreciate Olivia for entering his life and transforming him from a womanizer into a more responsible person. In return, Adam surprised Olivia with a luxurious shop, fully stocked with goods. Olivia was overwhelmed with joy and gratitude, thanking Adam for coming into her life and helping her become a better person. She appreciated that Adam didn't discard her after their one-night stand, but instead supported her and stood by her side through thick and thin. Together, they embraced their new roles as parents and cherished the love and bond they shared as a family. That's it for this story. I hope you really enjoyed it. I think one important lesson that I personally picked from the story is that whatever you try to do to bring someone down, just know and remember that it is going to backfire, whether you like it or not. When you give hate, it is going to be multiplied. If you give love, it is going to be multiplied. And you know what? Just be happy for the other person. We all go through tough times in life. We all pass through challenges. But if you see someone happy, it doesn't mean that your happiness won't come. Just work towards being a good person and let people be. Jealousy will kill you. Thank you very much for watching. I want you to tell me the lessons that you've learned from the story. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.